everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today is another really dramatic half cut crease because you know this seems to be the only look I know how to do, but I just want to do something really familiar because I am trying the new Carnival III Love Tahiti palette from bPerfect. I'll just show you the colors real quick in case you haven't seen the palette, but I'm obsessed with this color story. It's just so summery and bright and I love it. I love the fact that there's not too many browns in here either. They're all like really funky colors and I think it's a great addition to the previous two palettes that I have. But yeah, I used all the kind of reds, kind of these kind of colors here today. So if you want to see how I did this look, then please keep on watching. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to first carve out my brows with this guy here. So it is blank canvas from P. Louise, and then I'm gonna be using the P. Louise base as the base for my eyeshadow. So I have the base on, so the first color I'm going to take is Chili Pepper. So it is this super dark red, and when I say it's red, it's super red, so hopefully it won't stain my eyes, but reds and pinks tend to do that quite a bit. So I'm going to take that on a small little blender brush. This one here, this is the Morphe M506. So it's a really nice crease brush, and I'm going to take that on that same brush. I'm going to pick up quite a good bit of it and I'm going to pop this into my crease. Place that right where my socket is and really gently just going to move that back and forth through my crease. And as you can see, it is super red. Now that I have the kind of rough shape mapped out, I'm going to blend that out with another color. I'm going to take the color Coral. So it is super bright, but it will blend out this color really nicely into the rest of the eye. It will make it kind of a little bit more orangey, but it will look absolutely perfect. I'm going to take that on the exact same brush. I'm just wiping it off on a little bit of tissue. So I have that again right here, and I'm gonna buff that like 50% on the red and 50% on my skin, just to kind of merge the two colors together. And as you can see, it creates a really nice blend. But I'm just gonna go back into Chili Pepper again just to re-intensify the colors in the crease. Just like that. Then just to blend out this kind of part here yet again, I'm going to take this guy here. So it is called Mango and it is the perfect color for this. You could use yellow, oh, so she called yellow, but I'm going to use Mango just to blend it all out, and it will give that kind of orangey hue around the eye, which looks really pretty. So I'm taking on a bigger blending brush, kind of really lightly going into that color. And I'm mostly kind of keeping this on the eyeshadow. So like I'm placing it kind of more so on this kind of area, just so that the outside part of the brush touches. So then I'm just gonna mix two colors together because there's nothing darker than this other than purple, and I didn't really want like a pure purple. So I mixed Blackberry and Black Beach together just to make like a deeper purple color, just like that, on a tiny little Rebelluna brush. This one here is the R20. Absolutely obsessed with this kind of brush. It's great for crease kind of work. I'm blending out the outer corner, but I'm basically just gonna be putting that in through my crease, just so when I'm carving there is that little bit of a hint of darkness. I just don't want it to turn into a sunset look, because that's what you would put there with a sunset look. It would be kind of like purple into red into kind of coral colors, but I just want it to be nearly black. Then I'm taking my Morphe brush again, going into Chili Pepper and I'm using that just to kind of help buff in the darker colors. Now I do realize this is going to be very dramatic, but when you get a palette like this, you either go big or go home, you know. Anyone can do a really soft look with a couple of the colors, but you know, I'm all about getting creative. This wouldn't be something I would probably wear an awful lot outside of the internet, but I love getting creative with this kind of stuff. So now that all the blending is done, I'm gonna be carving out my crease, and you've probably seen me done this a million times before, or you've seen someone do this a million times before. Half cut crease is my absolute favorite kind of look. If you all look over my last videos, I'm pretty sure all of them, if not 90%, but I'm pretty sure it's all of them, have a half cut crease. I just love how this looks. I feel like it just suits my eyes really well. I feel like it just opens up my eyes quite a bit. So I'm gonna use the Acid Rain Mitchell P. Louise palette, not palette, what even is this, a cream eyeshadow base. I'm gonna use that, and I'm gonna be carving everything out with the same P. Louise brush, if I can find it. So like I've said many times before, the trick with a half cut crease is to basically make sure that when your eyes are open and relaxed, so this is my brows relaxed because normally I talk kind of like that, but basically my eyes are relaxed and I can still see that kind of line in my crease. So you basically want to do that on both eyes, just so when your eyes are relaxed, you're not hiding half the pigment, because if you do, that kind of defeats the purpose of, because like if your eyes are like this and you couldn't see it, there's no need for you to spend ages trying to make it nice and perfect. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna go straight over, because I'm not gonna leave it matte or nude. I don't need to wipe away the eyeshadow. I'm gonna be covering it up in glitter anyway, so it is absolutely fine. So I just wiped down my brush on a piece of tissue, and I'm just gonna blend out this outer little corner, because you don't want to leave a nice blunt line. It just won't blend and it will look terrible when you try to put eyeshadow over top. So I just try to pat that in place. As you can see, I'm just patting kind of more so from the outside in, really lightly with nothing on my brush. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into Mango yet again, and I'm gonna place that all over here, followed by Chili Pepper, and then the kind of black purple mixture over here, just so I can blend everything back into itself, just so everything is nice and even, just like that. So you can see, blending the orange first. I'm not even blending this, I'm kind of patting it on first, because it doesn't really matter as such a little bit, because I just want to see a little bit of that hint of orange when I have my gold glitter on top, just like that. Now I'm taking Chili Pepper, so the really lovely red, and I'm blending them together. So I'm going to be using a mixture of two glitters today to achieve that kind of glittery effect. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this Peaches and Cream glitter base onto my eyes. You just need a very tiny bit. This glitter I really like for kind of like the softer glitters. You can use it for chunkier glitters as well, but for the kind of softer glitters, if you want to make sure that they kind of come out really nice and smooth and you're able to blend them out, I'm just going to place that all over in like my half cut crease and a little bit over the eyeshadow, because I don't want the glitter to kind of just abruptly end in on my eye. I just want it to kind of blend out really nice and smooth. And the first glitter I'm actually going to use is a Peaches and Cream glitter in this one here in Hollywood. So it's a really nice kind of iridescent gold. So I'm just gonna really gently just press that on the eye. Now you could leave it at that, it's perfectly fine, but I want to make it a little bit glittery, so I'm going to put on top another glitter from Inglot. It's number 49. So it's a little bit of a chunkier glitter. It's more textured, so it's not as finely milled. So it will give those little glimpses of glitter on the eye. And the way I'm going to stick them on with is with Duo Glue. If you followed me for a while, you know I'm obsessed with Duo Glue to stick down my glitters. So basically I'm going to really lightly kind of put more so the kind of lash glue on the middle of my eye. And the reason why I like using lash glue is because it will just make them a little bit more sparkly. It's not going to dull them down in any way. So I'm going to take the glitter on the back of my brush and I'm just going to press that just in the middle, just to give myself a little bit of extra sparkle. Just like that. And if you pat this in correctly, you shouldn't have any stickiness left on your eye. So when you are taking stuff like this off, use something really oily. It will break down the Duo Glue very easily. And then I'm going to move over for liner, and for that I'm actually going to use the Essence Liquid Ink. Like I said before, I love this for like tutorials and kind of everyday wear. I wear something a little bit more waterproof for nighttime. Because, you know, in the night you want to make sure that everything lasts quite well. Ooh, yeah. So I'm just gonna go really skinny into the inner corner, and then it's just gonna get bigger as it goes on. And because the eyeshadow is blended quite high, you can easily get away with a thicker liner on top. If you wanted, you could do a wing liner with this as well, but I don't know, I feel like I haven't done wing liner in a while, so I don't know if I would make or break this look. So I have my liner on and it's quite thick, so I'm just gonna prime the bottom of my eyes, and I like to use a concealer simply because the Peely's base I find a little bit too heavy underneath my eyes. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. So for the eyeshadows on the bottom, I'm going to take the same Morphe brush I used on top. And because the top is blended up so big, I can use this brush on the bottom without any problem. So this is just the red color I used on top. Then I just took a little bit of Mango and I threw it up into that inner part a little bit and down below. And then I'm gonna darken everything up with black, of course. So as you can see, I have pretty much finished off my eyes. I'm just gonna put a little bit of a matte white in my crease. But before I do that, I'm just gonna do that at the very end. I'm gonna put on some lashes. These are the Baby Doll 723s. I don't know if they're new or anything, but they're new to me and I really like them. So I'm gonna put on some Duo Glue, some mascara, and I'll finish off with the lashes. So that is the finished eye look. I'll do my face off camera and I'll come back to you in 2 seconds. So this is the finished look. I really hope you like it. I know it's super dramatic, but hopefully someone will find the color combination somewhat useful. I am in love how these eyes turned out. I think they look great. So if you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!